Hello and welcome to the Malloy Midseason Report. My name is Robert Goldberg and today I'm here with head women's lacrosse coach Emily Pepe. Emily, thank you for sitting down with me.
Thank you for having me.
So we know you here in the Malloy Athletics Department. We interact with you. We know your coaching staff, but a lot of the Malloy community may not know who you are. Can you just give us some background on your coaching history and how you were as a player?
Sure. So just playing career-wise, I started off at Jacksonville University. I was a part of their first ever team. Was there as a freshman and then transferred out to Sacred Heart University over in Connecticut and finished out my career. Really enjoyed it there, was successful and really enjoyed my time at Sacred Heart. After that, I actually got into coaching high school for a little bit before going back to Sacred Heart to be a graduate assistant. So that was, again, a great experience. I then went to Farmingdale State College for a little bit as well. Got some more coaching under my belt. Then went to New York Tech and actually competed against Malloy in the same conference, the ECC. Had a really successful couple runs there, a couple good years. And then unfortunately when they suspended sports for 2 years, I relocated to Pennsylvania, got my first head coaching job at DeSales University, and was there for 2 years. So after that, this position opened up, and now here I am at Malloy, so back in the conference.
And we're happy to have you back in the ECC and in New York State. The program's had one coach for the first 16 years of the program. What are some of your philosophies that you're trying to instill to build your culture here at Malloy?
Sure. So I think a lot of it is discipline as well as accountability. And it's not just what you're doing with lacrosse out there on the practice field or in the games, but a lot of it comes down to the little things that you're doing, whether that's being disciplined in the classroom, the weight room, and conditioning. We also want to be holding our teammates accountable, making sure we're doing the right things. Again, not just outside of the field, the playing field at practice, but at the gym, conditioning, and in classroom study hall as well. So. It's simple things like making sure you're prepared with all the proper gear at practice. That's discipline, that's accountability. Making sure you're prepared for study hall, coming in, wanting to accomplish something academically, and making sure you are accomplishing something academically or handing in assignments on time. So that all comes back to being accountable on the field during games and being disciplined out there on the games as well.
Throughout your time and on the practice field, have you had any players that's kind of like a second coach that you see out on the field? And has anybody really stood out as the season has progressed to this point?
Sure. So I definitely think Joanna Messeri has really stepped up as a second voice out there on the field. She's a midi, so she's able to be on both sides of the field. She does a phenomenal job at practice. Also, not only, yes, vocally leading, but showing by example. And again, she does that in games as well. So she's really been someone that we can echo out there too, and she's going to repeat it. And again, try to do the best she can of being a second coach out there. I think it just comes naturally to her. So we've been really happy with that. And Megan Ruglo, who's a sophomore on our team, has just really been having a phenomenal season. She's playing the low attacking position for us. She's scoring goals, she's getting assists, but she's also doing it on the draw control. She's maintaining extra possessions for us. She's causing turnovers in the redefense. So she's really been a nice surprise for us, and I think she's been a surprise probably if you had these other teams in the ECC, and she's just been doing a phenomenal job, and she's only a sophomore, so we're excited to see what her future brings, not only for the next couple of years, but even for the rest of the season.
Now, up to this point in the year, you guys have won 7 in a row. Things are going very, very well. But what are some aspects of the game that you guys need to improve on, but also what can continue to do, you guys can do well to be successful in the ECC?
Sure. So I think one thing we need to improve on is our decision making, one on offense. I think sometimes we get too excited, we get too almost hyped up, and she's open, I'm open, and we've talked about that as a team of we want to value the ball, control the shot clock, control the game clock. When we're controlling the shot clock and the game clock and we have the ball, their other team doesn't have the ball on offense, which sounds like such a simple thing, but when we play teams and their best players are on the attack, well, we want to possess the ball in our attack. So I think we just need to just tighten up and make smarter decisions on offense. And I think defensively, we've really done a better job of eliminating fouls and yellow cards, which have definitely hurt us in the beginning of the year. So they've been doing a really nice job of stepping up 1v1 on their defense. And something that we've been doing a better job on is our transition game has been really successful for us. I think we were trying to make the home run pass, and again, that's decision making. We're like, just make the smarter pass, make the easier pass. And it's really showing it's helped us get the ball over to offense where we're able to be successful, and that's really gone a long way. And again, we want to improve our decision making, and we are making those improvements, and we can see it in the transition game. So I think if we can continue to be successful off transition, and even the draw control, I think we've done a nice job of being. We could be a little bit more consistent, but we have been making better strides and improving on there. And those two, draw control and transition go a long way in whether it's men's or women's lacrosse. So we've been making good strides, and we're definitely getting better on that. And I think if we can continue to get better, we'll continue to keep winning these games.
Emily, thank you for sitting down with me. This was the Malloy mid-season report. We'll check back in with women's lacrosse at the end of the year. Emily, good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.